So why do we use mathematics, and is it really important? So let's start our discussion with this puzzle. So this puzzle shows that there are 3 apples, so that means 30 divided by 3, that means 10 is the value for each apple. So that means 10 plus 10 plus 10, 30. So if this is 10, how do you get the banana? So 18 minus 10, that is 8 divided by 2, so that means 4. So that means there are 4 bananas here plus 4 bananas plus 10, 18. So if this is 4 and we have 2 coconuts and this is 2, so how do you get the value of the 2 coconuts? That means 4 minus 2, 2 divided by the 2 coconuts, that means 1. So that means each coconut is 1. So you have 1 plus 10, 11 plus 4, 15. From the illustration above, we have identified the equivalent number of shape and solved the entire puzzle. But how do I come up with such solution? I use logic and mathematical skills. What skills and attitude did you use in order to solve the puzzle? So the skills I use is the logic, reasoning, critical thinking, problem solving. These are the important skills I need to have in order to solve the problem. Attitude is perseverance. That means you should not give up on the problem. You need to continue until you need to find a way to work it out. So is math important in your life? Yes, it's important in every area of our life. Not only as a teacher, not only as a student, but everybody needs it. So why is mathematics important? So first, mathematics helps organize patterns and regularities. As we have discussed in the previous lesson, the world and the universe is full of patterns, and in order to understand our world and this universe, we need to understand its pattern, and the study of pattern is what we call as mathematics. A lot of events happened around us. In just a blink of an eye, several children have already been born. So there are changes in population, and we can record it using census. Liters of water have been consumed, or thousands of tweets, posts, or videos have been posted. For us to make sense of all available information, we need mathematical tools to help us organize reoccurring events, make sound analysis, and make better decisions. That's why we conduct research. So, in research, we analyze certain phenomenal pattern and we draw conclusion from this pattern. Mathematics definitely is a useful way to think about nature, to understand how they happen, to understand why they happen, to organize the underlying patterns and regularities in the world in the most satisfying way. Importance of mathematics is that mathematics helps predict the behavior of nature and phenomena in the world. So, since mathematics can be used to analyze the patterns, the regularities, and the recurring events in this world, therefore, they will use this data to predict the behavior in nature or the phenomena, just like, for example, weather forecasting, gambling, lottery, stock markets, finance and banking, crime prediction, population growth, meteorology, astronomy, and many more. Math helps predict how nature will behave based on the data and analysis of the pattern created. So math does not only identify the patterns in this world and in this universe, it does not only predict the behavior of such phenomena. Mathematics also helps control nature and occurrences in the world for our ends. So for example, the invention of drugs, medicine, okay, vaccines. So how do they able to discover this vaccine? And they analyze the pattern and nature of the virus, and they use this pattern to create the vaccine appropriate to stop the spread or to prevent severe uh, damages or sickness. As for mathematical inventions, they are numerous throughout the ages. So there are many technological advances already developed. Some of them were tangible, such as counting and measuring devices. Some of them are not as tangible as methods of thinking and solving. So when we say tangible, these are things that can be touched. So inventions that can be touched, like cell phone, laptops, computer, all of these inventions, TV, radio, involves the use of mathematics. Okay, and there are also some of them that is not tangible. For example, strategy in solving a problem, an approach of thinking, reasoning. So the symbols that express numbers are also one of the most important mathematical inventions. Math helps to control nature of our own ends. Okay? Mathematics has numerous applications in the world, making it indispensable, making it useful, and very necessary. Mathematics plays a vital role in all aspects of life, whether in everyday matters such as time tracking, driving. Okay, so when we track time, of course, we use watch. We count the number of hours consumed driving. We need to identify the kilometers per hour, cooking, temperature, or jobs such as accounting, finance, banking, engineering, and software. Even in agriculture, we also use mathematics. So for example, we need to find the area of the land or get, example, the weight of the, let's say, poultry animals. These functions require a strong mathematical background, and scientific experiments by scientists need mathematical techniques. They are a language to describe scientists' work and achievements. Math helps to make practical use of what we have learned about our world today. So without mathematics, it's hard for us to appreciate the world we have now. Cell phones and many other technologies could never have been invented without math. We can see mathematics in our everyday life. Mathematics is the pillar of organized life for the present day. Without numbers and mathematical evidence, we cannot resolve many issues in our daily lives. For example, time schedule. Class scheduling helps us organize our classes. So without it, everything would be um, uh, not in order. There are times measurements rates, wages, tenders, discounts, claims, supplies, jobs, stocks, contracts, taxes, money exchange, consumption, etc. Uh, Salary, price, consumption, yes. And in the absence of this data, we have to face confusion and chaos. So, for example, the amount of work done and the appropriate wage or salary that you're supposed to get, or the amount of drugs that you will need to take, how many milligrams, okay? So, without mathematics, we could face confusion and chaos. Thus, mathematics has become the companion of man and his helper since the beginning of human existence on earth. When man first wanted to answer questions such as how many, he invented math. Then algebra was invented to facilitate calculations, measurements, analysis, and engineering. The science of trigonometry emerged when humans spotted to locate high mountains and stars. It is necessary to understand the other branches of knowledge, just like science, technology, trigonometry, physics, chemistry, biochemistry, uh, all depend on mathematics in one way or another. There are no science, art, or specialty except mathematics. So, for example, even in cooking, we need to use good mathematics, measurement, temperature, okay, mass, weight. In tourism, we also need to use mathematics. Why? Because we can measure distance from one tourist spot to the other, and the time it will take, the number of passenger or the capacity of a vehicle. So everything requires mathematics. The discipline and mastery of any other science or art are very much related to the science of mathematics.